Good afternoon, YouTube. Everyone is out for a Sunday drive on the porch. Little interlude. Everyone's out for a Sunday drive. Just off the porch of the Hoosier Piper, aka Mark. This is to be a VR to Bearded Bristol. Cabby's mixture is what I am attempting to smoke. And I say attempting because I packed this Peterson ADS Shamrock. I packed it full of wet tobacco. Cabby's mixture, I like it. Probably the third or fourth bowl that I've had. It comes in those little discs, you know. This time I've just kind of rubbed it out, rolled it up in a ball type, and just stuffed it down one by one into the pipe. Man, it feels like it's got a little spice. Makes my tongue tingle. Just tingling with excitement. Okay, video quality, we're gonna give it a D- on this video. My tripod, octopus tripod I bought from Amazon broke. I think I mentioned that in another video. Sunday afternoon, VR to Bearded Bristol. Talked about fun you had growing up. I spoke of another video of my childhood. And about some abuse and things like that took place. It was pretty tough. You know, a lot of the time it was tough. But it doesn't mean I didn't have fun growing up. And kids are resilient. I have a lot of things I could talk about, but I think since this is geared towards the pipe community, I'm going to talk about fun with tobacco. As a child. Now my dad was a ultra conservative, no tobacco, no alcohol, no fun in the house. So pray tell, where did Hoosier Piper find his tobacco? Hang on, grain truck going by. The first cigarettes I ever smoked, I found a package of Marlboro Reds on the street. There's probably 6 cigarettes left in the package. And that dude in that car that just passed was smoking a pipe. I'll be doggone. Sorry, squirrel. That's a young parent's movie reference right there. Never getting through this video. 6 cigarettes. That was a treasure. And me and a friend God, there's a lot of traffic today. Me and one of my best friends by the name of Brian went to our fort. Our fort was at the end of our subdivision in middle class America in northwest Indiana. I currently live in northeast Indiana. And at the end of that subdivision was a cornfield. But there was a windrow, trees, fence row on the edge of that field that separated it from the subdivision. That is where our fort was. We snuck in there and we divvied up the cigarettes, and we each smoked 3 cigarettes, one right after another, all the way down to the filter. And we were as green as the grass when we got done. Oh my Lord. It was awful. But we were not going to let that sickness spoil our fun. And so we thought we were quite the men to have conquered the challenge of the coffin nail. And on our way out, walking out of the fort, I was in the lead. I pushed back a branch to go through that tangled web of the fence row, the trees, and the brambles and briars and bushes. And as I got by it, I released that, and that branch came right back and smacked Brian right in the eyeball. And his eye started bleeding. Holy cow, we thought we were in a ton of trouble. So we knew he was hurt, and so we immediately went to his house. Number one, because his mom was nice. And number two, it was the closest. And he ended up having to go to the doctor, and he had to get glasses. He was okay. But being a mom, she smelled smoke. And we both caught it for that. That was back in the day when the neighbors could spank your kid and you didn't care. And I caught it from his mom. And then I caught it from my dad when his mom told my dad. Oh, that was fun though. The other account, real quick, of concerning tobacco is I found a pouch of Red Man chewing tobacco. And I have an older brother, 6 years older than me. And he was a teenager at the time, and I was not. And I showed him that pouch, and he grabbed it out of my hand. It was like a full pouch. I mean, it was open, but it was still pretty full. And he took that pouch away from me, and he and his friend commenced chewing tobacco. And I thought, I want to do that. And I can still remember the smell of Red Man tobacco to this day from that first experience. And I remember taking a little pinch, putting it in between my cheek and gum, thinking I was big stuff for about 30 seconds to a minute. Oh Lord, next thing I knew, I was sick. Oh, I didn't know that you were really supposed to spit the tobacco juice. I was gnawing on that chewing tobacco and chewing it and sucking on it, swallowing it. Oh my Lord, it was awful. Never got into any pipe tobacco when I was young though. But that's we did a lot of things when we were young. We did a lot of forts, played outside, capture the flag type things. Spent all day Saturday digging holes in fields trying to make booby traps for our friends. One of them we dropped it. Had our neighbor who was farming behind us. I made this elaborate pit dug it. I mean, it had to be a foot or two deep, foot or two wide. And I laid milkweed stalks across it, weaved it, and covered it over with dirt, thinking I would capture one of my friends that night. Never did. But I did catch a tractor. That farmer dropped his tractor, dropped one of his wheels into that tractor, and oh Lord, no one found out about that for a long time. Thought I would be in big trouble. But we did a lot. We played outside all the time. We had BB guns, and we would shoot each other with BB guns. We would play capture the flag, play baseball in the backyard. We had a diamond. We had a baseball diamond, just wore out the paths, the base paths in our backyard. Home plate was a big patch of dirt that we had wore out. So we had a lot of fun growing up. I appreciate you asking that question, Bearded Bristol, because it caused me to reflect on some good times that I had as a kid. So I wish you well on your channel. I like watching your videos. You always have something interesting to say. So that's my VR to you. Hope this video isn't too crazy. I gotta stop or it's gonna go too long. You, Bearded Bristol, congratulations and have a great rest of your weekend. And to everyone else, until next time, who's your piper?